Hey guys, it is the Aussie Tech Gamer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a craft bucket server. So pretty much how to make a bucket server. I have been requested to make a tutorial on this in the last 48 hours, or 24 hours to be exact. So I'm going to make it. So first of all, you will need to download Craft Bukkit. If you just search Craft Bukkit, and this is a Mac tutorial. Let's go to this one, Craft Bukkit, dl.bukkit.org downloads /craft bucket. I'll put this in the description. Then we go this recommended build. This one is there, 1.5.2. But this, and then you just want to download it. So mine is going to take a bit. And when that's downloading, what you'll need to do is to make a folder, and you want to call it maybe bucket server or whatever you want to call it. Then once you've made your server folder, you want to sleeve that. You want to go to text edit. So first of all, you just have to find text edit. You want to get to go to text edit, and you want to paste in a code that I will put in the description. But you must do exactly as I do at this part. So let me just get this to go away. Spotlight, go away. We don't need you anymore. Go away, Spotlight. Spotlight. Okay. So you want to go on the text edit, and you want to paste in this code. Just here, this code. I will put this code in the description. You just want to paste that in the text edit, and then you want to click format, and then make a plain text, and then you want to click OK, and then it will change it to like just the writing, and it will change the front of it. Then once you've done this, you want to just click on the X, and it will ask if where you want to save it. Just save it to your desktop. Let's click on desktop, and let's say you want to call it start.command. It has to have .command at the end. You do not have to write start. You can write like server.command or period.command, whatever you want. I'm just going to call it start.command because this will start your server. So once you've done that, you just want to save it to your desktop, and then it should make like a .command thingy. So this is what it should look like. You just want to drag that into your bucket server, and then my craft bucket is downloaded. So what you just want to grab your craft bucket, and you want to drag that into your bucket server. So you should have these two folders. You just want to rename your craft bucket just craftbukkit.jar. And then once you've done that, you'll need to, so you should have these two things in it. Then you want to open your terminal. And if I'm going a bit too fast, just pause the video until you've done it, and then just keep going on with it. So, and then you want to open your terminal, and then you want to type in chmod space A plus X. See, in the terminal you write chmod space A plus X, and then space again after you've written the X. At the end you want to click space again, so there's a space. Chmod space A plus X space. And then what you want to do is drag your start.command into this. And then it should come up with all the stuff. You want to click enter, and then enter twice to make sure it worked. Exit that. Once you've done this, just double click the start.command, and it will start up your server. It will say all this stuff like warning, failed to load, and all this crap. And it will start up your spawn and stuff. And my next tutorial will be how to put Hamachi on, like how to use Hamachi for your IP. So that's loaded. It's just then you can just type /stop to stop server, and then it'll just load. Turn it all off. Then process complete. If it says process completed, you can just get out of it. So it should have made all these folders and stuff into your server folder. Once you have done that, you want to open your server.properties. Server.properties, you'll have to right click it, open with other. And then you want to select always open with down the bottom here. And you want to go down till you find text edit. Then you want to open it with text edit. And now, for now on, you just have to double click on it now, because it will always open with text edit. So once you've got server.properties open, it'll say all this stuff. Just don't delete anything or anything. See down here, it'll say the max players. You can change that to like 50. What game mode, the difficulty. Difficulty 1 is peace, I think easy. Difficult 2 is normal. Difficult 3 is hard. PvP, online mode, Trekker pack, hardcore. See up here, server IP. As it says server IP, you want to type in localhost. That means only people connected to your internet can type localhost, so they can connect to your server. or you can call it 0.0.0.0, and then you just got to type in that to connect to it. Or you can click on your Wi-Fi, and then you click Open Network Preferences, or whatever, and System Preferences, and then you just click on this, and mine's opening. And then when that opens, see my Wi-Fi, it will say Wi-Fi is connected to Horsehand, or one of your internet's called, and it has the IP address, and then you just copy this IP address, and you can also use this IP address, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to use localhost, because that's the most easiest. And then once you've done that, you've pretty much done. So you can just exit it, then you can just start it up again, and then you want to start up your Minecraft. So just do this, drag it to a side, so yeah, and you could also install plugins just by dragging the .jar of the plugin into your plugin folder. And I am actually just going to show you in this video as well. I'm going to show you how to install plugins. So if I click multiplayer, and then we scroll down, if I type in the add server, and then if you type in for the server address localhost, then click done, your server should come up. Here's my server. Whoops. See, this is the server I just made. And as you can see, this is my server. Let me just take off this. So this is my server I just made, and you can see it won't have any lag. See, it's really good. And I'm just going to show you how to install plugins. So you can just place that down the bottom. See, once you want to head to your internet browser, and you just want to search a plugin. So I'm going to go Bukkit plugin, and you just want to search the name of the plugin. Then you'll go Bukkit, then Bukkit, so bukkit.dev. And then once you're on this, you want to scroll down. You'll find like a download link on the side here. Click download, and then click download again. The plugin download really quickly. As you can see, it just finished. Then you want to drag I'm going to drag my into the desktop, and then you want to go to your server, plugins, and then just drag it into your plugins folder. Once you've done that, you just want to go to, when you're in your server, you can just do slash, full screen. You can just go /reload, it will reload your server and all the plugins. Whoops, if it says that, it means you are not admin, so you'll have to opt yourself. I'm just going to go slash in the terminal, you have to go /op, then your name. So I'm just going to do that now. 3, and you can see it should say in the game opt crazy creeper 123, so now I can do /reload. And then it will reload, it'll say reload complete, and now the plugin has been installed. So this plugin that I just installed then is Lock It, where you can lock chests. Here, I'll just go creative. And if I was to get a chest and a side, as you can see, I can just place my side on it and it will lock it for me. And then you can make it more users, everyone, and stuff like that. So that's really cool, and that's how you install plugins. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye. Oh, and by the way, my next video will be how to set up Hamachi for your server. So, yeah, bye, guys. See ya.